How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we have another battle with the Ursaring team. Hopefully it goes well. If you want to try the team out, use the code at the top right corner of the screen. There's also a copy and paste of the team in the description down below. Please like and subscribe for more videos like this one. And with that being said, let's jump into the team preview. Okay, today we have a battle versus Adrian from the Discord server. Go ahead and join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battles right now. There's a link in the description down below. Looking at his team, he's got a Sandy Sharks, a Volcarona, Slowking, Garganacci, a Greninja, and a Roaring Moon. Roaring Moon's going to be a tough one. If it sets up a Dragonance, we're kind of boned. So I'm going to keep Lycanroc alive with its Focus Sash for that moment. So we can get a nice and powerful counter off, which will definitely KO the Roaring Moon unless it's Terra Ghost. I think in this instance we could lead with Tigglybuff, get the screens up nice and early. That'd be good. I think that's probably the best thing to do right now because they probably lead with Sandy Sharks and we can wall that thing to eternity. And the battle begins. What is going on here? What is going on? What was that all about? What was that all about? That was really weird. He was T-posing. Well, not really T-posing. He was I-posing. That's crazy. Anyway, let's go ahead and set up a Reflect on this Garganacci because, it's just one of those things. Get the Reflect up, all that wonderful stuff. Go for a Reflect. There we go. We have got the Light Clay, so Reflect is going to last for quite a long time as they go for a Stealth Rocks. That's absolutely fine. We can get rid of the Stealth Rocks with Defog later on down the line or a Rapid Spin if we need to. They have no Ghost type, so that's pretty perfect, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go for a Light Screen now just to get the screens up. Go for a Light Screen. There we go. They probably go for a Salt Cure right now, which would make a lot of sense if they do. They actually do go for the Salt Cure, which is absolutely fine. My Screen Tail is not weak to that, so we're good with that. We're good with that. So Salt Cure is there. They don't have a Defogger or a Rapid Spin on the team, so what we could do is get the Stealth Rocks up, and that'll be golden. What I'm actually going to do instead, though, I don't want to do that yet, is I'm going to go into Magical. This way we can get something to sleep with Spore. There we go. Going to withdraw Tigglybuff real quick, and we're going to go into Magical, the Toedscruel, who is basically able to wall this Garganacci. And we can go for a Spore on it because of the Mycelium Might. It'll ignore the ability, but they do withdraw the Garganacci. What are they going to go into? What is going on with their trainer look? How bizarre is that? It's glitching out like mad. In comes Zacian.net. What is going on with their trainer? Greninja comes in, which is absolutely amazing for them. They probably anticipated the switch, which is why they went into Greninja. We do not want to get hit by a Ice Beam right now. I would like to put something to sleep, though. That's the thing. I think we go Rotom. I think Rotom's the best bet here. So let's go Rotom real quick. As we are going to withdraw Magical, of course. Expecting an Ice Beam or something along those lines. We go into Bosche, the Rotom-Wash. There we go. And again, why is their trainer model not working? I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand. So they go for a U-turn expecting the switch, which makes a lot of sense. Going to turn them into a Bug type, which is going to do minimal damage to us, but it's absolutely fine. They can't really go into a lot. Even if they go into the Roaring Moon, we can just go into the old Corviknight and defog away those Stealth Rocks. They're going to go back into the Garganacci, which is fair enough. Garganacci can do a lot of work to us. What we can do is, I think we can trick this thing. So let's go ahead and trick it. I don't think we'll need the Choice Scarf for much else this game. So I want to trick this thing, definitely. As Trick should work on this thing, right? Purifying Salt doesn't protect from Trick, I don't think. They're actually going to Terrestrialize. Oh my god, that looks so weird. What is going on? What is going on? They're going to go into an Electric type, which is absolutely fair enough. Electric type works for me. We can go into a Ground type now and take care of them, no problem. Ursaring can now hit this thing really well. We go for the Trick. That's going to cripple it, which is amazing. Trick does work on Purifying Salt, which is good to know. We're going to give them a Choice Scarf, which is crippling them for life as we get our Leftovers, which is absolutely amazing. They go for a Salt Cure. That's absolutely fine by me. It's going to do no damage to Rotom, but it does do more damage to Water types the next turn. So after our Leftovers, we're going to get some serious Salt Cure damage. I think it does about a quarter, doesn't it? Which is crazy to me. So Water is going to go ahead and take a lot of damage. Yeah, it was about a quarter. As this next turn, I'm going to go for a Volt Switch just to get on out of there. Go for a Volt Switch. They do stay in, which means they've gone for a Salt Cure again, which is absolutely fine. What can we go into now? We can go into our Corviknight, get rid of the Stealth Rock with a Defog, which would be nice. Defog doesn't work on Purifying Salt, does it? It blocks it, right? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. So here's the thing. We go Ursaring. We go for a Facade. There's nothing on their team that can take a Facade. Let's go Ursaring real quick. There we go. We're going to Winnie. Winnie's going to take some Soul Cure damage, but it's absolutely fine. Stealth Rocks do dig in, which is unfortunate. They go for a Soul Cure. I'm pretty sure Ursaring can take this thing on. I'm pretty sure Ursaring with a Facade is going to do a lot of damage. So Soul Cure is there. It's going to do some decent chip damage to us. We do get burned this turn as well, which is great. As the next turn, we can go for a Facade and get some serious damage off on this thing. So let's go for the Facade real quick. They're going to withdraw Garganacl. What are they going to go into, though? What can take this? Nothing can take this, can it? I don't think anything on their team can take this. They're going to go into Slowking. So Slowking comes on in. I don't think Slowking takes this, to be honest with you. It might take one. It might take one. It does take one, which is amazing. So that's absolutely perfect. Salt Cure is going to go ahead and take some more effect, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? I can't Terra Ghost because Salt Cure will definitely do a lot more damage. We go for another Facade here, as we can take out the Slowking with one fell swoop, which is absolutely amazing. So down goes the Slowking. One of the defensive Pokemon has gone, which is amazing. In comes the Sandy Shock. So Sandy Shock comes on in. We go for a switch into Toedscruel here, right? I think we go for a switch into Toedscruel here, and then we can go for a Rapid Spin, which would be great. So we'll go into Toedscruel real quick. As there we go, Magical comes on in. We'll save Ursaring for later because basically if the Garganacl comes in and tries to stop Stealth Rocks again, we just switch Ursaring in and then we go from there. They go for the Volt Switch expecting us to do something else, which is absolutely amazing. And typically these things are choiced. I mean, we've just faced one in the last battle and it was choiced, as you would expect. So that's great. Now we can go for a Spore. We'll put whatever they bring into sleep and then we'll go for a Rapid Spin. They do withdraw the Sandy Shocks. What are they going to go into? Are they going to go into something else? Well, obviously they're going to go into something else, but what are they going to go into? They're going to go into the Volcarona. Putting the Volcarona to sleep is going to be really good for us. So we get the Spore off on the Volcarona, which is amazing. Put that thing to sleep, which is great. As now we can go for a Rapid Spin, and we'll probably get burned from the Rapid Spin, but it's absolutely fine. They are going to withdraw the Volcarona. What are they going to go into, though? Are they going to go into something else, like the Garganacl or something like that? They're going to go into Zacian.net, which is going to be the Greninja. So Greninja comes on in. This thing definitely scares us. We go for the Rapid Spin, get rid of them Stealth Rocks, which is amazing. As that's going to do a lot of damage to, well, it's going to make our Lycanroc free for what's to come. So we definitely switch out here. I'm going to go Rotom. If Rotom goes down to an attack here, then so be it. It's not the biggest deal in the world. We don't need Rotom to win this game. So we'll go into Rotom real quick just to sack it off to the Greninja. They might not even go for a sack move. They might go for a U-turn. If they do go for a U-turn, that's fine. They go straight for the Ice Beam, which is going to be boosted by Protean. It's going to KO us, no doubt. Nearly KOs us, to be precise. Nearly KOs us, to be precise. So that's actually really good for us. So, we can go for a Volt Switch now. Just in case they like switch out or something, but they don't. They go straight for the Ice Beam. Rotom goes down, so Rotom still gets sacked anyway, but this is absolutely fine. I don't mind Rotom going down, but it's for the greater cause, which is winning the game. So what we can do now is we can go into pretty much anything we want. Ice Beam is definitely locked into Ice Beam. We could go into Corviknight right now and go for a slow U-turn. I think I will go for the Corviknight slow U-turn, to be honest with you. Hopefully we'll see a Garganacl switch, and then we can go into Ursaring and go from there. That'd be amazing if we could do that. So we'll go for a slow U-turn real quick on this thing. Hopefully they switch out. I think they switch out. They do. They do switch out. They're going to go back out into their probably Garganacl, right? Or the Volcarona. They go into the Sandy Shocks, which is absolutely fine. We can handle Sandy Shocks, no problem. Slow U-turn is going to come through, which gives us a free switch into Sandy Shocks, which is amazing. Let's see what we can do here. So what we can do is we could go into Toedscruel again. We could go into Tigglybuff. I think Tigglybuff is a good one. We can get that Reflect up. We can get that Light Screen up. I think Light Screen is more important than Reflect against this particular team. So I'm going to go for the Light Screen as you would expect. They go for a Volt Switch, which isn't going to do too much damage to us. And we eat that like it's nothing. And now they're going to switch out and go into something else. In comes the Greninja once again. Absolutely fine by me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and let this thing attack us. So Light Screen comes through, which is great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Thunder Wave this thing in the face, and hopefully we can get paralysis on something. They go for a Hydro Pump on the Light Screen. Not going to do too much damage to us. We're going to be able to eat that up like it's nothing. There we go, eating that up, and we go for a Thunder Wave and cripple this Greninja, which is absolutely amazing. So Greninja is no longer a big threat. It's still a threat. It still hits really hard with the choice specs, but we should be golden. So I'm going to go for a Reflect real quick. Go for a Reflect. We outspeed now because of the paralysis, which is great. They actually stay in and they attack us, which is interesting. They go straight for another Hydro Pump, which could take us out. Nearly takes us out. I'm going to get some more chip damage off on this thing with the Psychic Fangs right now. And I'm going to let the Scream Tail go down. Psychic Fangs comes through. Does some nice chip damage, which is amazing. They miss the Hydro Pump. Hey, it's Hydro miss for a reason. You're not going to hit 3 in a row. There's no way. We go for a Psychic Fangs. Once again, Tigglybuff coming through for us right now. They're going to withdraw. What are they going to go into to take Psychic Fangs, though? That's the real question right now. They're going to go into what? Into the Sandy Shock. So Sandy Shocks comes on in. Makes a lot of sense. We're going to get some nice chip damage on it with Psychic Fangs, which is amazing. Now I'm going to go for a Psychic again and just let them take us out. They go for a Volt Switch to take us out, which means we get initiative on their switch in, which is going to be amazing. So let's see what they go into. Switching out the Sandy Shocks, what are they going to go into? In comes the Garganacl. That's perfect. It means we get a free switch in with the Ursaring, which is going to be great. I'm going to go in straight with the Ursaring. Just to get some damage off on this thing. If we can get damage off on this thing, we're going to be golden. They could go for Recover Spam right now, which would definitely whittle us away. But I'm going to go for that Facade real quick. Nice and powerful. Even with the Choice Scarf, they don't outspeed us. That Facade nearly takes out the Garganacl, which is crazy. They go for an EQ. That's going to nearly finish us off as after the burn. I think the burn takes us out. No, we've got one more turn. We've got one more turn, so let's go for a Facade real quick. They can't switch out. They have to let the Garganacl go down. And you, ladies and gentlemen, have just seen an Ursaring take out a Garganacl, which is absolutely incredible. Ursaring just destroying this person's life. Absolutely destroying them. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. We're going to get some burn damage, unfortunately, but we should live this burn damage, I believe. We do live the burn, which is great. We live with 3 HP. So now, whatever they bring in... Oh, Light Screen wore off, though. That's unfortunate. So they're going to go into the Greninja. Greninja comes on in. Now, here's the thing with the Greninja switch here. I'm pretty sure we outspeed. We're max speed. We should outspeed through paralysis, right? So let's go and try it. Let's try it. We do outspeed because of the paralysis! Taking out the Greninja, which is absolutely amazing. Ursaring putting in the finest of work this game. What an absolute legend. As the burn is going to finish Winnie off, unfortunately. So Ursaring put in the finest work today. He took out the Slowking. He took out the Garganacl. He took out the Greninja. What a legend. What an absolute unit of a Pokemon. Now I'm going to go into the Lycanroc. So they go for the Roaring Moon, which is absolutely fine by me. We go for Jaffa, which is going to be absolutely fine as well. This is a perfect matchup. Hopefully we get an attack here. So they're probably thinking in the head, we can't set up on this thing because Stone Edge is going to hurt like a truck. Could have close combat. So here's the thing. They go straight for an attack, right? Let's get a counter off on this thing. They go for a Throat Chop, which is going to do a lot of damage. It does not much damage, to be fair. We go for the counter. Near enough takes them out, which is great. As the Reflect wears off now. That's perfect. The Reflect would wear off now, wouldn't it? I should have known the Reflect ruined that counter big time. The Reflect really ruined that counter. So what we can do is sack off Lycanroc? Do we sack off Lycanroc? I don't think we can sack off Lycanroc. I think we kind of need it. No, we don't need it. We don't need it at all. I'm going to try and set up the Stealth Rocks right now. They go for another Throat Chop. We will live. We don't live, unfortunately, because of the booster energy. Unfortunately, the Reflect kind of ruined our counterplay there, which is unfortunate. But they are low on HP, so we can just go into Corviknight real quick, which will be absolutely fine. There we go, go into Corviknight real quick, which is great. We can just go for a slow U-turn on this thing, and we should be able to take it out, no problem. They go for a Throat Chop. That's going to activate our Rocky Helmet. And it also means that this U-turn is definitely going to KO, which is absolutely amazing. Down goes the Roaring Moon. So they could still pull this back. They could easily pull this back with the Volcarona if they can wake up on time. I'm going to go for the knockoff on the Volcarona with the Toedscruel. I think that's the best play I could go for there. There we go. Going to withdraw our Corviknight. We're going to go back into Toedscruel, the only Pokemon we can go into. We still haven't terrestrialized yet. So we could definitely pull this back against the... if they go into the Volcarona here. There we go. They go into the Volcarona. So Volcarona comes on in. Now Volcarona is asleep. Let's go for a knockoff real quick. Volcarona is fast asleep, which is great. We go for a knockoff, which is going to be great for getting rid of their item if they've got a berry or something like that. They probably have heavy-duty boots, though. We get a crit knockoff, which is amazing, knocking off the heavy-duty boots. Now we just what? Let's go for a let's go for a knockoff. Let's go for a knockoff here. Go for a knockoff. They are fast asleep still. We should be able to take them out with knockoff. I'm not really sure how we win this. Other than going for knockoffs here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the Spore this turn because I'm anticipating them going back to sleep. Waking up, sorry. As they do wake up, they go for a Quiver Dance, which is absolutely fine by me. Absolutely fine by me. Absolutely fine by me. We go for a Spore real quick right now, expecting them to wake up, which is great. That was a gamble as well. That was a real gamble right there. So Volcarona gets put back to sleep, which is amazing. We now go into Corviknight and go for a Brave Bird. There we go. Going to switch out our Toedscruel. We're going to go into our Corviknight real quick. Hopefully we get to pick our move. Unfortunately, I don't think we will. Come on. Pressure exerts. Yeah, whatever. Volcarona's fast asleep. Yeah, whatever. Come on, let us pick our moves. Come on, let's go. So we'll go for a Brave Bird. I don't think it's going to let us pick our moves though, unfortunately. I think that's the end of the game, unfortunately. So we didn't get to find out who won. Technically, it was a draw because it was 2-2. But it's saying I defeated him because we had more health left on my Pokemon. So that was a pretty good game. It's a shame about the timer once again ruining things for us, but what can you do? GG Adrian, that was a really fun game. Thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.